Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for another matchup. And for today I'm going to bring you guys a match taken from the FXOpen King of the Hill tournament that was held on the Korean servers. It involves basically Korean pro gamers and some of the foreigners that have been staying there. Moonglade and HeyPro are involved, for example. And following the rules of the King of the Hill, it always brings me back to the Guisado King of the Hill, but basically for someone that isn't used to it, it's fairly simple. You get in playing your first match, and as long as you keep winning, you're not gonna get out. You're only losing your spot for good on this tournament the second you lose a game. So, meanwhile, you're just on the top of the hill, you're the King of the Hill until someone dethrone you, so to speak. And we're gonna have one of the matchups played on this King of the Hill. I'm not gonna follow any particular order. I picked up this match specifically because I want to present you guys one of the players involved here on this matchup, because he's one of the big powerhouses that still haven't revealed himself on the tournament scene in Korea, basically because he's fulfilling the military service. But everything in due time. I'm going to present the players spawning here on the north side of Shatro Temple, that new map that now is available for us all to play and enjoy. We're going to have oGsHerO. He's one of the B-teamers on Team OGS, Old Generation Starcrafters. So, he's still not the biggest powerhouse playing Protoss in Korea, but he's working for it, he's gonna evolve, and we might be seeing more of him on the GSL in the future. I know that he attempted qualifying for the GSL May for the Code A, but he failed, he wasn't successful, so there's still not much information about him, and I had a really hard time finding information about him and his opponent, which is this green Terran spawning here on the south side, and that Korean name translated to English, it's oGsTheStC. The STC is one of those players that there's a lot of programmers that recognize him, especially in Korea obviously, and say that he's just a beast, a monster. And I recall him playing on the early stages of Starcraft 2, right after the official release and a bit on the beta as well. But he's still one of those powerhouses to be revealed, because he's been fulfilling his military duty to his country, and it takes a while, it's fairly long, so hopefully he's gonna be coming out soon. I think it's one more month or a couple more months and he'll be out and ready to roll, and that would be awesome, because from most of the people that I talk with and that know who the STC is, all of them say the guy is gonna dominate the scene, he's gonna own everyone, and he's probably top 3 Terran playing in Korea. So I can't just expect him to come out and see how well is he gonna do on the GSL, as you might imagine. Once more, as you can see, I wasn't able to provide much information about oGsTheStC as well. It's hard to find pictures, and I have to thank Team Liquid and Liquidpedia for even had that little bit there. But hopefully, when oGsHerO gets qualified for one of the future GSLs and the STC comes out of the military service, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have some nice video footage of them. Okay, so for now, because I'm already blabbering for a very long time, let's take a look at the matchup. There's already plenty going on. There goes the SCV by the STC. As you can see on this side, it was a standard opening, gateway into cybernetics core. Notice that there's still only one assimilator, and now getting 2 more gateways. So is there a 4th gateway somewhere? No, doesn't seem like it. So might be a preparation for expanding. While here on the STC side, 1 racks into, whoa, 3 racks opening. This is a lot. Oh, but wait, I'm sorry, I'm just not paying proper attention because of all the blabbering about. He went for the command center first, so he's just taking his chances based on the fact that the rush distance is fairly long and the map is quite big, and he's gonna take his chances to grab one expansion as fast as he can. So there it is, already command center set and ready to go. What else is getting here? A pylon to warp in units as fast as possible, and still nothing else getting built. So yeah, I'm assuming this is gonna be an expo here on oGsTheHerO side. Though we might try some kind of trick first, maybe pushing with a small group of units. There it is, incoming some Stalkers with a Zealot on the front, working as cannon fodder, and all of them trying to push into the STC's base. There it is, 5 Stalkers shooting down now, focusing fire on these supply depots, and this is really close for the STC. Might get supply locked here. There it is, supply blocked. And I think it's gonna get even worse because the Stalkers keep focusing fire on the supply depot. Finally the SCV is showing up and saving this supply depot, getting a STC rid of the supply block and being able to produce more units to defend properly. Notice that meanwhile there's still more units from Hero getting warped in, another Zealot, 1 Sentry, and he's just basically keeping keeping STC inside his base, containing his movements, and notice that he has the orbital command here for quite a while now, but he can't advance at all, no chance whatsoever for now. Meanwhile, on the back of the STC's base, there's a factory there, and he's basically pumping out a lot of bio. There's not much else going on. Look at him, he's trying to reach the units there. He can see them, but he cannot reach them. And more sentries coming out, so plenty of force field play incoming on that ramp. While on the top north, HERO finishing up his nexus, so he went indeed for that expo after having the 3 warp gates. There's still not much going on. He committed a lot of resources to get this natural expo running, but he will be taking the lead, at least on the economy, soon enough. There it is, now a robotics after the expansion. He's still not very worried about putting out a lot of units. He just needs enough to contain the movement from the STC on these early stages of the game. Inside STC's base, we're gonna have Steam Pack already, getting some Marauders out, Reactor and 2 Reactors, so I see plenty of bio coming out. It's gonna be very marine heavy for him to be already adding so many reactors, unless he starts making some switches later on, but doesn't seem like to be the case, at least not for now. On the back of his base, factory and the starport. Oh, a second command center. He even landed the first one yet. That is a bit awkward. And he cancelled that one, switching to attack lab, so probably not going to be as heavy as I expected. But like I was mentioning, he didn't even land the first one, already making a second one. This is interesting. And now attaching the reactor to the starport, and this is going to be standard MM&M coming out from the STC. While here on oGsHerO side, we already have robotics bay popping on that corner of the natural expo. So some Colossi playing, I'm assuming. And he lifted his factory and is going to fly it all the way up north. I don't think he's going to spot. There's a small blue, light blue dot on this corner. I think it's a probe. Yes, it is. There's a probe keeping tabs on this corner. Maybe to notice if the Terran player starts flying stuff up here. But I guess he just missed his factory and the factory missed the probe. Let me take a look inside the base. Oh, we're going to have some drop play? No, he's just advancing with the Medivacs and unloading some units out of that containment to shoot down this couple of units that were trying to advance north. Meanwhile, inside the base, loads of bio, whoa, tons of racks, 5 racks play for now, incoming the other command center, 2 command centers moving at the same time. He's going to grab the natural expo, while the factory is just hanging here, and we have HERO working out of 2 bases, plenty of workers as well, still not saturated, but getting close to it, and incoming a red blob advancing. Meanwhile, inside the main base there's not much going on, and apparently you're going to have a solid, strong drop into the main base of oGsHerO. Will he be going to snipe any building? Maybe this robotics facility would be an interesting idea. Incoming steamed units, focusing fire on the robotics facility. No, not enough. All the units from HERO showed up and were able to thwart this assault. Well defended, good reaction time. And now there's a small group, a second green blob advancing north that is going to go towards the natural exo. So we're going to follow it on the picture-in-picture screen while we see how far we'll be able, the STC, to apply the pressure here with this harass. Incoming, picking up all of the units on the Medivacs, and now following the harass on the natural expo. There's the robotics bay. He should try to snipe it. No, he didn't. Trying to run away, avoid the forces from HERO, but HERO just pinning him against the wall. And now with some nice force field play, getting a nice concave of force fields and slicing and stabbing to death all of the units from the STC. Well defended. The drops were ensuing, continuing here on the top corner of the natural expo, and there was a lot of damage done onto those mineral lines. Let's take a look at the worker count. Actually, it's tied up, meaning that HERO was leading the charge on the worker count, and he's still droning or probing on this situation like a freak, getting more probes out. He just wants to push out and take as much economy as possible out of those 2 bases, trying to clear now the rich mineral field apparently, and chewing away these 2 Medivacs that are being trying to annoy as much as possible. Incoming a Medivac with only 3 units in it. I don't think it's going to be successful. There's a second one advancing here, and this factory is going to get pushed out finally, so probably HERO can consider even expanding towards this left side. It's an option. I'm not sure if he's going to go that further, at least not this early in the game, but he might be plan ahead and prepare that for soon. Not sure exactly when. For now he's just a bit far away, and it might be more safe to establish a base here or even go for the rich mineral field. Looking at the main base for now, some motion detectors here, some proximity detectors. Also in the base there's a scan going down, a drop ensuing once more harassing coming, trying to shoot down as many of those probes as possible, evening out the count. Oh, have to pick up all of his units. His units are actually pretty hurt, by the way. So not very easy to take care of them, especially when you have Colossi incoming with Stalkers. If he doesn't shoot down the medevac, they're gonna be killed on the ground. There it is. Lost everything. Still was a good harass. And meanwhile, the factory already pulled all the way south, just hanging here now. And inside the base from the STC, what do we have here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 racks. That's brutal. Loads of Raxes here. His Natural Expo meanwhile has been working fine. He's now clearing the rocks because he already landed the orbital command here for a while, so he's just clearing the path and having a way of defending it properly in case his opponent decides to go for a harass. And meanwhile, as you can see, there's plenty of Vikings already available. So he's been dishing out some Vikings because he saw the Colossi obviously, and they're a proper counter. Always a good way of keeping your air covered with a nice squadron of Vikings. Is going to be able to intercept any kind of air harass, and the Colossi as well, obviously, from the Protoss player. And meanwhile here on the side of HERO, let's take a look at his base once more. Yeah, the number here on the supply still close. I mean 11 ahead now. There's plenty of income, as you can see, invested on the armies, and apparently we're gonna have some move here. Oh, we had HERO attempting to place a pylon there on that corner, but got instantly spotted, and he just said, nah, it's useless, never mind. So plenty of upgrades getting worked on. The Zealot legs are incoming, and I see a Dark Shrine somewhere. Where is that Dark Shrine? We have more gateways incoming here on the main base. There's a drop ensuing on this corner that got intercepted once again by oGsHerO. Already here the Twilight Council, as you guys can see, and inside this base we have the Dark Shrine on that corner getting popped out. So DT is ensuing. We might be seeing some High Templar play later on. Still, we only have here the Twilight Council. We're missing the Templar archives, but might be something to take under consideration for the Protoss late game. And there was a bit of a harass here, as you guys could see, but easily finished off. HERO apparently is just having some very solid reaction time and trying to defend all of his bases. At the same time, he's clearing the rocks, trying to prepare probably to expand to this base here. It's probably the furthest away from his opponent, so might be simple to defend. Same thing happened here with the STC placing this base here. Upgrades, let's take a look. Armor level 2 already, getting some more observers out. Taking a look at the units, 1-1 here on the STC side. It's only 1 on the attack, no 1 on the armor, and apparently he's gonna start moving out with this big squadron of Vikings. They're gonna try to lead the way and see if they can intercept any fragile unit, or get a nice flanking position and shoot down some Colossi if a big encounter ensues. For now, let me take a look here. There's plenty of units comparing the armies. 12 Vikings, 31 Marauders, 12 Marines, 10 Stalkers here, also Immortals coming out, and 16 Zealots with only 2 Colossi. I mean, 2 Colossi is not that solid, to be honest, based on the fact that the STC is going for such a powerful Bio Ball. He might be considering getting some more Colossi. Oh, these 2 DTs are not gonna go very far. As you can see, the missile turret was there, ready to spot them. And now we have the forces from the STC slowly crawling its way up north. I think he's trying to get some proper positioning to face his opponent's units. For now, we have all of this ball trying to go back and forth in the middle of the map. Notice that HERO is just keeping tabs with his observer and noticing when his opponent is gonna actually get to the middle of the map. For now, all the forces from HERO gonna advance here to this left side, finish off this harass here. It's only 3 Marauders. They're trying to destroy the rocks, probably to prepare ahead and try to prepare an assault later on onto this matchup. Still quite early. I mean, maybe later on, or if he was planning ahead. I think what we're gonna have now is a massive clash here on the middle of the map. And get ready, guys, because incoming all the units, we're gonna have a massive clash here. They're just trying to advance, Steam Marines and Marauders trying to catch the forces from oGsHerO. oGsHerO just pulling back his big death ball, and oh, Missed EMP there with the ghosts, not good enough, and there's a bunch of Vikings flying back and forth, trying to lead the charge and keep all of those Colossi on the back, and now incoming with the shields up. They're just trying to push here by oGsHerO towards his bio ball. Oh, big snipe made by the Vikings. Nice shot landing on the Vikings, trying to defend the best possible this big offensive here, with Hero just dishing out a lot of damage with those 3 Immortals on the north side of this line, and the Stalkers shooting down the forces from the STC with those Zealots just slicing and dicing everything that comes up on the front line and taking the victory on this battle. Impressive here by the STC. He was able to micro and grab some of his units to land them here on the main base from Hero and try to probably snipe some of these buildings, but no. Hero just reacted blistering fast with some huge reflexes and warped in some DTs to just chop down all of those forces. Meanwhile, keep in mind that inside Hero's base there's already the Templar Archives researching the Psionic Storm, so we're gonna have some High Templar play ensuing pretty soon for this late game matchup. Meanwhile, both players apparently just pulled back. They're taking care of their macro. I'm assuming that after that massive battle they lost a big chunk of their armies, and well, that battle, the oGsHerO came victorious on that situation, but this game is still not over, and the STC was even able to react and try to apply pressure by grabbing most of his units and make that drop here, or well, what was left of his army after that confrontation there. But for now, as you can see, both players are trying to grab the rich mineral field, while we have some harass ensuing here on this third base from a Hero. Nice drop with a lot of Marauders, 8 Marauders backed up by 2 Medivacs, trying to shoot down as many of this probe count as possible. And now incoming snipe on that Nexus. No! Hero sending his forces to defend. DTs, Zealots with charge, and now the Stalkers and Sentries ensuing, but not in time. STC just microing beautifully, grabbing those units and pulling them back, but apparently he's still not convinced, and is willing to commit himself to a second push that we're gonna follow on the picture-in-picture screen, because as you can see, the bulk of the forces is advancing towards this rich mineral field, and incoming all the forces from the STC trying to destroy this Nexus before the forces from Hero arrives, and here they are. Nice EMP, 3 Immortals dishing out a lot of damage, and nice aggression made here. Oh, Psystorm and more forces ensuing from the back from the STC. Most of them got grinded down by that Psystorm, and now what's left of the forces from Hero try to sustain the damage, but no, it's not enough, and these Marauders are just focusing fire on the Nexus, and it's gonna get destroyed. Boom! Headshot! Down with the Nexus, no more rich mineral field. Scan going down to pick up these DTs, and some nice bulk of the forces from STC actually survived that assault from Hero and were able to put down his rich mineral field at the same time, so pretty impressive there. 2 ghosts here on the corner. Let's take a look inside the base. It's still bio, straight bio all the way. There's nothing else for the STC, is committed to it. Upgrade still only 1 on his upgrades, by the way. And apparently you're gonna have some drops ensuing here. There's a DT moving, Ward Prism as well, while the STC destroys the rocks and is planning ahead to just smash into that third base once more. I think he's just committed to finish off that third base. He knows that it's providing a lot of income to his opponent, so incoming once again, advancing towards his opponent's base. A lot of Marauders here trying to focus fire. Nice Psystorms, and the Zealots trying to charge into the Marauders, but ooh, it was a bit painful there. The Zealots passed through the Psystorms, and there's still plenty of Marauders left. Also, look at the amount of Medivacs that are here. I mean, all of these Medivacs healing all of this, it's gonna be like infinite Marauders, immortal Marauders. And now focusing fire on this Nexus, and boom again. Oh, nice by the STC, just giving a big answer to that massive clash that happened in the middle and made him lost most of his army. Now wreaking havoc onto this base, so destroyed like 2 bases on the last 2-3 minutes, while his opponent still has this Warp Prism play, was trying to harass on the mineral lines, as you guys noticed. And we're gonna have the STC moving back. I think he's going towards the middle, gonna get intercepted by this small Stalker number with Zealots, and we're gonna have another clash in the middle. Nice Psystorms once more, with the Zealots just finishing off after the Psystorms grind down the Marauders, being backed up by these Stalkers, and incoming 1 Archon is getting morphed in there. Nice play here by the STC. He's just microing brilliantly on these battles in the middle, trying to spread his units and make it as effective as possible, with a lot of medivacs, just keeping all of those units very resistant and forcing Hero to... Oh yeah, Hero had to GG after this very long game. Whoa, this was very intense and hard to follow. Damn, I'm feeling tired. But the end result, as you can see, was that STC still had all of his bases. He went for a very heavy Marauder play and plenty of bio. Obviously had some Marines mixed there as well. And he went since the early stages of the game for M and kept backing it up over and over and over again, and there was no chance for Hero to resist it. Notice as well the amount of upgrades that Hero had on his units, 2-3 here. So he had some really solid upgrades, but still he wasn't able to withstand the pressure. We saw Hero answering back, trying to defend his bases as fast as possible, some quick reaction time on some of those situations, but still not good enough. And now you guys have a small presentation of who the STC is, how's his playstyle, and get ready to hear more of him in the future when he gets out of the military. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. See y'all later. Have fun.